Bulginaka, do you know that cybercrime is becoming a growing problem in Fiji?
Cybercrime is defined as a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking and spamming.
Cybercrime is also cyberbullying and using fake profiles to cause panic and spreading false news.
If you're involved in this or know anyone who's committing these crimes, report them immediately.
I'm Polly.
And I'm Peter.
We host the Traffic Jam Show on City FM.
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every weekday.
Do the right thing.
Bulginaka, Fiji, in this bulletin, 2 quarantined for coronavirus symptoms. Fijians urged to change voter cards. A new government station for Namosi.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Edwin Nunn.
2 Fiji citizens are being checked for novel coronavirus after arriving in Nadi on Monday. The Ministry of Health and Medical Services confirms both arrived from Guangdong in China, displaying mild symptoms and are under isolation at Nadi Hospital. Lab samples have been sent to the World Health Organization laboratory in Melbourne, Australia, while the ministry's response teams are overseeing those who've been in close contact with the patients. The ministry says more people with relevant travel history and symptoms are likely to be investigated because of the similarities between coronavirus and other respiratory illnesses, including colds and influenza. The Health Ministry says this should not alarm the public and has strongly urged people not to spread rumors and misinformation.
As we speak, there is no confirmed cases of coronavirus. Though over the last few 2 weeks we've had some interesting certain individuals coming through, but there's no confirmed cases at the moment as we speak.
The Fijian Elections Office is urging eligible voters to update their information in the next 4 months. Supervisor of Elections Mohammed Sanim says many Fijians still hold the green voter card, which was issued in 2012, and these will expire in June. Sanim adds this will reduce confusion among voters in locating their polling venues and other issues faced in the previous election.
As we have already announced, the voter card 1.0, which is the green voter card, is still due for expiry in June this year, and we are urging voters to take their time and update to the latest voter card. The latest voter card has your polling venue written on it, and that resolves all the issues voters face around trying to locate their venues.
Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama has once again delivered on his promise to the people of Namosi. In an effort to bring government services closer to people in rural Fiji, Bainimarama has commissioned the Namosi Government Station. The new station will benefit more than 18 villages in the highlands of Namosi. Bainimarama says fostering development and ensuring equal access for all Fijians is paramount for his government.
You told us about the long journey you used to have to travel to Nabua for basic health needs, on Dilma for agricultural services. You explained the time and cost of this journey and how it was taking a toll on your quality of life, and my government listened.
Bainimarama says all Fijians should have the same opportunities regardless of their location. In times of natural disasters, communication and accurate information is critical in dispatching assistance, rescue and relief work. This was highlighted by National Disaster Management Office Director Vasiti Soko while signing a grant assistance for high-frequency radios. The NDMO recently surveyed its radio communication system in the Northern Division and found the current assets untenable due to the aging structure and unavailability of parts. Soko says the assistance to buy 9 HF radios will increase Fiji's capacity in communication and be useful during natural disasters.
Telecommunication networks are heavily relied upon before the cyclone. However, the same networks were inaccessible after the aftermath of Winston. In order to improve Fiji's resilience, a multi-telecommunication services was suggested to ensure reliable communication across Fiji.
Some residents are raising concerns with the local government ministry in regards to apartments being built on residential lots. Minister Premila Kumar has confirmed receiving these complaints, but says one has to understand there is scarcity of land in urban Fiji. Kumar has stressed that due to urbanization, demand for housing has increased. However, they are giving approvals for apartments depending on the type of land and zoning.
Public need to understand that, with urbanization, when people are moving into the cities and towns, they grow. And it cannot be the same as what it was 30 or 40 years ago. The whole landscape changes, and we need to be geared to accept that change.
The Suva High Court will deliver a ruling this Friday in relation to former Water Authority of Fiji Chief Executive Opetaya Ravai's challenge against his termination. Ravai had filed a writ of summons claiming defamation and breach of contract after being let go last June. Lawyers representing Water Authority had earlier submitted the claim be struck out as it is an abuse of court process. They argue the claim was filed illegally against a designated corporation and thus barred by statutes for non-compliance. Ravai's team opposed this, saying the case can be heard, claiming Ravai's termination was a breach of the Employment Relations Act. Overseas, a major technical glitch is delaying results in the first vote to decide which Democrat will take on U.S. President Donald Trump in November's election. Iowa not delivering the ideal start to the state-by-state candidate selection process. Coming up, Beba identifies areas for improvement and early preparations key for Fijiana 15s.
Oira na ngwane no de nunu enda be singe mataka.
Mersi sunga da kena loma dina kena be karon.
Sakena ngau na mitaro bina no na baksangai ka wala loma takina ngwane. Dalabina oya o meliki.
Bulre oya o Samuel Samuli.
Nama kikira enda be mataka.
Oniti kena makarombuka.
Ni waitiri kalima na miniti me ono kina tiri na kaloko. Ena Radio Fiji One na ndomo ibiti.
Pinda pinda na mataka. Dan ramai na singabo.
Welcome back. With the Sydney Sevens done and dusted, Fiji Airways Sevens coach Gareth Beba has identified a number of areas the side will need to work on before the next leg. Beba was not particularly happy with indiscipline during the semi-final, which saw Alessio Nanduva and Joshua Vakurunambili shown yellow cards. The coach says this is an area that can be easily fixed during training. Players will be back in camp tomorrow to prepare for the Las Vegas tournament on the 29th of this month.
Lost a little bit of discipline semi-final, final. That was disappointing because we've been so good over those couple of weeks. But that's something we keep working on, and I know we've been hammered for that as well. But that's through no lack of effort. It's just a little bit of accuracy when we're doing things. And as you say, the boys went out there and they did their job.
The Fijiana 15s knows early preparations will make a difference in their overall performance. The side is taking the field early to work on set pieces and areas that need to be addressed. With women's rugby quickly evolving, Captain Sereima Leweningila says players need to expose themselves to fast-paced rugby.
Just to get our set pieces right, defense, just to see how the pace is as well, engage ourselves. That's how we go against the strong team.
The Fijian Latui are covering all bases as they prepare for the Global Rapid Rugby next month. Speaking to FBC Sports, coach Senirusi Seruvakula says players will undergo intensive training sessions. He adds good preparation is vital as they gear up for the first match on home soil. The final 33-member squad is expected to march into camp next Wednesday.
Next week is a 3-day camp, and after that we've got 3 weeks to lift our training program, intensity of the training, and by 14th of March, the team will be ready to play against their first game.
Overseas, Manchester City will need to brush up on defence to not only win the Champions League, but also have a successful season. Organisers for next year's Women's Rugby World Cup say facilities will be in line with their male counterparts as they gear up for the 2021 tournament in New Zealand. Today's forecast is for a bit of rain in the Central Division with mostly fine conditions elsewhere. And that's your FBC Morning News. Remember to join us at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For these stories and others, you can also tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. That's it from me for now. Have a good morning.
हमारे खूबसूरत देश फिजी में चाइल्ड अब्यूज की घटनाएं आए दिन बढ़ रही हैं।
क्यों बच्चों का मासूम बचपन अब्यूज का शिकार हो जाता है?
अपने बच्चों की सुरक्षा का खास ख्याल रखें।
उनसे बातचीत करें, उनके दोस्तों के बारे में जानें।
आज के बच्चे देश का भविष्य है। मैं दीप्ति
और मैं मोनिश,
आपके हमसफर। शामिल हो जाए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे
5:45 AM से 10 AM तक
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर।